How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another brand new episode of Six Things by Sarthak. And today I present to you Six Things by Sarthak on Chelsea versus Bournemouth. So without wasting any further time, let's get the highlights in. So some good news. The Chelsea's preseason is finally on a start on a winning note. Chelsea 2, Bournemouth 1. Chelsea had two goal scorers, of course. That was Amando Borja, and of course the other one was Ogbo. And for Bournemouth, it was Emiliano Marcondes. Marcondes scored actually first, and Chelsea soon equalized after the space of 8 to 6 minutes, and then again scored in the space of 5 minutes only. So Chelsea looked very impressive. Of course, this was the first game of our preseason, like the official first game. So it was a very good one, and against a very competitive Bournemouth side. We of course managed to field a very good playing 11 despite being the number of absentees. We had a strong up front and of course a young core of defenders. Thomas Tuchel did his best and picked the best players that he wanted to, and of course left some of the players who recently arrived, like the likes of Kovacic, Werner, Rudiger, who recently arrived from the Euro 20 international break. So the lineup was again 3-4-3 formation, the back three. There was a player of course on the third centre back, that is Dujon Sterling. He's a right back, but like you have seen playing with Azpilicueta and Reece James, they have been going on from right wing back and again to the centre back on the right side. So that was a very much obvious choice there. Callum Hudson-Odoi again started as a wing back, Marcos Alonso on the left side on his opposite number, and of course Marcos Alonso captained this side today for the very first time. We were surprised by the midfield selection because Thomas Tuchel went with the two guys that were, one was surprising actually because it was Danny Drinkwater, another one not so much, Conor Gallagher. Conor Gallagher actually is a guy who is a very hard-working lad. Spent 2 years last time on loan and played very well. Was very heartbroken to be relegated with West Brom, but he's back again at Chelsea, and now he'll be looking to do wonders and impress Thomas Tuchel. This guy is an actually absolute baller, very much composed on the ball. In my opinion, he's a very much box-to-box midfielder. He played a two central midfielder role today, but a lot can happen in the future for him. And on the front, we have three guys, of course, as we usually go, or two attacking mids on a one striker. We went with Tammy Abraham up front, Pulisic on the left, and Ziyech on the right. So the performance finally, as it was a pre-season game, the performance was also a bit of up and down, but it was very much optimistic, I must tell you. In the first half, we had a good counter-attack chances, and we also made some solid blocks at the back with our young defenders making some good calls. And of course, the whole show in the first half was about diagonal balls being hit to Callum Hudson-Odoi by Danny Drinkwater, and of course sometimes by Conor Gallagher. Conor Gallagher, by the way, absolutely baller of a player. He played really well, and that guy actually passed and played like the whole 90 minutes. Initially, when we started playing, I felt like our midfield had a bit of a height disadvantage because the other guys of the Bournemouth, like the likes of Sam Billings, and these guys were like too tall, man, against Conor Gallagher and Danny Drinkwater, who were much shorter. But they actually played very well. They managed to keep the ball well, managed to nick the ball as well a lot of times. And also Danny Drinkwater mainly, like I said, and Callum was making like a lot of runs in the box from the right side and trying to get the ball to Tammy Abraham, which brings us to our forwards. Our forwards played exceptionally well in the first half, and Ziyech combined a lot with Tammy and with Pulisic and almost tried to score, came close to scoring, but couldn't manage to find a goal in the first half. And when you talk about those chances that Tammy had, it is a bit up and down, but yeah, he was finding himself in a lot of good spaces where you can expect him to. So before I talk about the second half, I must also say that as it was a friendly game, as our coach also said that we can expect a lot of changes here. He said that there will be changes around 45-minute mark, and of course some around the 60-minute marks for the players that he would like to see, of course, more. So on the second half, we were off to a very good start actually, not scoring wise, but actually in general, because the second half was much more fast paced, and there was a bit of scare in the early half because there was an error almost leading to a goal, but we managed to scrap it. And later Bournemouth pressed up and scored around 66th minute because they played some great overlapping runs and then crossed the ball, and the guy Marcondes headed the ball inside the back of the net. Of course the keepers were also changed at the half, so Mendy conceded the goal. And after that, after only 6 to 7 minutes, Chelsea equalized with the Baba Rahman cross and Amando Borja on the scoring sheet. The guy controlled the ball very well, controlled the cross of Baba Rahman very well, chested it down and then put it inside the back of the net. And I feel like the good things will come with this kid because he's only 19 years old and he's very much confident and had a breakout season last year only, and he just signed a 5-year contract, so we can expect a lot of good things from him. And also in the space of 5 minutes only, we scored the second goal that was scored by Ogbo, and that was from a corner on a near post. That was a very good finish by the striker, and that striker unfortunately might just depart from Stamford Bridge very soon as he is nearing to completing his permanent transfer soon. The rest of the game was well seen out by the defenders of Chelsea Football Club, and the score remained 2-1, and that was a very solid performance put in by Chelsea side that was playing its first game of the preseason. In my opinion, Thomas Tuchel would be very much impressed by his side because his side fell behind, and of course we did manage to crawl back into the game and of course get the win. But he would be very impressed by the players that were on the loan and came back and were performing rightly on the pitch. They gave their 100%. Never mind, some of them played 45, some of them played 60 minutes, and only one of them played 90 minutes. But his main task was to see that the players are giving 100% or not, which in my opinion a lot of players did give their 100%. So he'd be very proud of the new arrivals that came in and would also like them to test further in the games against Arsenal and Tottenham. For man of the match or the star of the match, whatever you might want to call, I would have actually made two decisions and it was hard to pick one of them. So I'm just going with Amanda Borja only because he was the goal scorer, and when the second half came, the second half was very lively with him, and of course he was popping up in different spaces and his hold up play was very brilliant. He collected the ball and he came down as well on the left and the right sides, and even came back when needed to defend and get the ball when the midfielders were getting pressed. So his overall display was very excellent. The second man who misses out on the star of the match was actually Conor Gallagher because he played the full 90 minutes and was very impressive. So overall, you can expect a lot from this team because this is a huge squad, and right now a lot of changes will be made, like a chop and change in the future is imminent. Like some players will go out on loan and some might just certainly stay. Of course, you want the young ones to be there, and of course don't sell them permanently as Chelsea has been selling the players recently, but sometimes it doesn't work out and the players leave. But Thomas Tuchel, I'm sure that is very keen on all of these players, and he'll be taking a very much closer look in the upcoming games and deciding that who will be the part of the particular side that will be in Premier League, Champions League and so on other tournaments. Keep an eye on these kind of young players because these might be the future stars, and we never know what might happen in the future in the squad selection as well. So that's it for this video on the post-match analysis between Chelsea and Bournemouth. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, please subscribe, and if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Peace.